The story begins with a young couple drifting happily over the open sea, their small fishing boat rocking gently under the golden sun. They laugh, tease each other, and capture little memories on their camera, unaware that danger is quietly rising beneath the waves. In just a heartbeat, the ocean turns violent. A massive, monstrous shark emerges like a nightmare, slamming into their boat with such force that the man loses his balance. Before he can even scream, the shark drags him underwater, tearing him apart as his partner falls into the ocean, crying, kicking, struggling for life. She tries desperately to climb back onto the boat, but the beast is faster. It grabs her leg and pulls her under. The water turns red, and the waves grow silent again. Cut to the beach, peaceful and bright. A girl named Sean, athletic and confident, walks across the sand with her surfboard. Surfing is not just a sport for her, it's freedom, escape and life. She rides the giant waves like a natural-born champion, her smile shining wide. When she returns to the beach, a boy named John approaches her, awe in his eyes. He praises her surfing, calling her a professional. Sean shyly smiles, brushing off his compliment. Then Lee, Sean's cousin and John's girlfriend, arrives. It's Lee's birthday today. John surprises her with a gift, a brand new boat. She squeals with excitement, hugging John tightly. Everything feels perfect. But perfection never lasts. Just as they're taking selfies on the boat, John's supervisor Vadi walks out from inside. Lee's smile immediately fades. She hates that woman. John notices the tension but decides to ignore it. He starts the boat and they sail deep into the ocean. Sean dives into the water to swim. John uses his binoculars and spots a boat drifting far away, the same boat where the couple was killed earlier. While Sean swims, the jealousy between Lee and Vadi reaches its peak. Vadi subtly leans closer to John. Lee snaps. In a sudden burst of anger, she shoves Vadi into the sea. John panics. Vadi can't swim. He jumps in to save her. Lee jumps too, hoping John will save her first. Sean notices the chaos and swims to help. With no ladder on the boat, they struggle to pull Vadi up. And then, the nightmare returns. The same deadly shark blasts through the water like a missile. It targets Vadi first. Everyone screams and tries to swim away. The shark chases Lee next, coming terrifyingly close. Sean makes it onto the abandoned couple's boat and finds a harpoon. She strikes the shark, buying them a moment of safety. Vadi is bleeding badly. As a trained doctor, Sean ties a tight bandage using John's torn wetsuit sleeve to stop the bleeding. They discover the boat is stuck on an anchor wedged between rocks. Sean risks her life by diving underwater to free it. When she succeeds, they try paddling back toward their main boat. But the current is too strong, they're trapped in the middle of nowhere. As exhaustion hits them, John's personality cracks. He blames Lee for everything, confesses he brought Vadi to break up with her, revealing the ugly truth behind their relationship. Sean slaps him, disgusted. Suddenly the shark returns, smashing into the boat. John spears it, but the creature dives deep and slams upward, launching the boat into the air and flipping them all over. Water fills every corner. Desperation spreads like wildfire. John forces Vadi off the boat, choosing to save himself. But karma arrives faster than the tide. While trying to climb back on his original boat, the shark leaps up and tears him apart. Sean and Vadi are left alone at sea. Dehydration hits. Sun burns their skin. Vadi cries, apologizing, believing this entire mess is her fault. Sean gently comforts her, telling her fate is never in our control. They spot a buoy in the distance, their last hope of survival. As they swim toward it, the shark attacks again. Sean fights back and manages to wound it, but the monster flips their boat one last time. Vadi, already weak from blood loss, becomes the shark's next victim. Sean screams helplessly as her only remaining companion dies before reaching the buoy. Broken, alone, starving, Sean climbs onto the buoy. She finds a bottle of water, almost empty, and drinks it desperately. She also discovers a flare gun and a small fuel flask. Hearing a ship nearby, she fires the flare, but it's too late. The ship disappears into the horizon. Her hope crumbles. The flare's light attracts the shark. It circles the buoy, furious and wounded. Sean sees her harpoon floating in the water. She dives for it, fighting pure terror in the pitch-black night. The shark lunges at her with enormous leaps, its huge shadow blotting out the moon. The buoy collapses under its attack, throwing Sean into the sea. She doesn't give up. She swims with every ounce of strength toward a tall rock formation. She climbs it just as the shark snaps inches from her feet. Morning arrives. Exhausted and hallucinating, Sean notices the fuel flask floating nearby. A dangerous idea forms in her mind. She cuts her leg and lets blood drip into the water. She waits. The shark circles closer. Just when it lunges, Sean throws the fuel flask deep into its open mouth and fires the flare gun. Boom! The explosion rips across the water. The shark writhes in agony, sinking into the dark ocean. Sean, shaking and bleeding, swims back toward her boat, back toward life. She survived the impossible, but the ocean still holds secrets. As the wounded shark sinks to the bottom, an even larger monstrous shark appears from the shadows and devours it whole. The cycle of predator and prey continues. The screen fades out and the story ends. And this brings us to the end of today's intense ocean survival story. A reminder that nature holds beauty and unimaginable danger. If you enjoyed this emotional and suspense-packed journey, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more thrilling histories. I'll be back soon with another heart-pounding tale. Until then, stay safe, stay curious.